video games.
Okay, I think it's working. I think. Very hard to tell. Got the wrong glasses on. Okay. You bet, whatever. Yeah. Is anyone watching? 3 watching. Hello, people watching. Playing Forza 4 on Xbox 360. Badly, very badly. TV. God. I don't know about the focus of the camera. Doesn't look great. I'm not. Well, hello, the horse. Greetings, welcome. Hello, Simone. Welcome. Usual thing. Don't know what I'm doing. Quality is appalling. Camera pointing at the TV. I don't play Forza. I play Gran Turismo, so this is all new to me. I'm not going to be any good. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know where I'm racing. I've got this Xbox 360, so I thought, well, let's have a go with it. I've got a bundle of games, many that were given to me by Rob Geigerpunk. In fact, the Xbox itself was given to me by Rob Geigerpunk. Some games that I bought myself. It's like there are a few games on Xbox that I like that you can't get on PlayStation. It's acceptable. The driving won't be. Ooh. The thing about this, game, it doesn't have or if it has, I haven't noticed it, a gear indicator that tells you what gear you want to be in for a given corner. I've always liked that about Gran Turismo. From when did they bring that in? It may have been Gran Turismo 3. I always found it really useful. I mean, it's cheating. You don't get that in the real world. But I find it great because I do use manual gears. This is auto gears, because you can't really do manual gears if you're using the triggers for the accelerator, which I don't favour, but this joypad seems to lend itself to it. I'm not even sure where we're racing actually. Oh God. Why brake when you can use the car in front and trash it? Wow, he's a mess. God knows what my car looks like. I'm driving a Fiat Punto because Fiat, I like Fiats. I mean, there's nothing special about them. It's just, I like them. I've always driven them. My dad drove them. He had a Fiat 127, but before that he had a Fiat 128, and his dad had a Fiat 128 Sport, and that was fantastic. I mean, it was gorgeous. It was like a budget Alfa Romeo. I liked it then. I've looked at photos of them recently and still think they're great. I think you'd be hard pushed to find one that was in anything like decent condition, because they rusted terribly. I think that was why my dad got rid of his in the end. It was just rusting to hell, falling apart. The electrics were not great. I think they got water in them or something. Well, third, hey ho. How's the audio balance? It's really hard to tell when setting this up. Whether I think I'm getting audio coming in from the camera and from the laptop microphone. It's the first time I played this, beyond just seeing if the disc worked. Oh, look at my poor beat up car. I don't know if I like it or not yet. I enjoyed that. The first thing that I did on here was it put me on the Top Gear circuit, and I had to knock down Skittles, and I was just like, this isn't what I want in a racing game. I hope we don't get any more nonsense like that, because I want to race, not do silly stuff. There's no Fiat Panda on here, which is a shame. Continue. Third, I don't care about all of these XP stuff. I just don't care about XP and all of that nonsense. I mean, give me money so I can buy new cars. Yeah, that's cool. Credits and all that, but XP and all of that, I don't know. Not interested in all that. Level 3 driver reward. I suppose it maybe does away with the need for licenses that you had in Gran Turismo, and I'll be honest, they really were bloody annoying. Having to achieve a license, and I mean, what you had to do to get the license on Gran Turismo was really tedious and sometimes hard work, and if you didn't do that, you couldn't play parts of the game, and I think that was probably, for some people, that was really pissy, because not everyone's good at driving games, and I think a lot of people couldn't have passed those licenses, and so couldn't have got to play all of the game. What are we doing here? I like that a lot. Yeah. So what is this? Do we get to have one of these? Well, I'm totally having that. Is it the, oh, got to be red. All my cars must be red. Sadly, my actual Fiat Panda is not red. My Seicento was red. You sure you want this car? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to have it anyway. I imagine the Beamer is a better car.
Congratulations.
Hello, Richard. Yes, a spot of afternoon delight.
The Clubman division is slightly longer.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Copyright. Don't want to hear you talking.
Today you will revisit Switzerland. And
oh, revisit Switzerland? I've never been to Switzerland. Oh, what's this? Fiat Punto Evo, whatever. Okay.
Available events events are based on your currently selected car.
Okay.
To be offered different events, simply change your car.
Okay, we'll stay in the Fiat for now. I'm sure I'll destroy it, and then I'll switch over to the Nissan. I'm watching myself talking. Lag being what it is. Hello, Jenny. Very much vroom. Lots of vroom. Lots of crunch and crash and oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Here we are in Switzerland. I want an ice cream. I don't know if Swiss ice cream is a thing, but it's just, yeah, I'll just drive. This bit, this reminds me of, oh God. Is it Southport? I think it might be Southport. Yeah, there was a thing like a pier, and it had a thing like that. Oh, is it good? It almost looks like I know what I'm doing. I haven't got a clue. I've never raced this before. I should have, because this is really good. I mean, I've been feeling the lack of Gran Turismo and that kind of gaming. Because Gran Turismo Sport just doesn't do it for me, and I've really got fed up with that. And I haven't got Gran Turismo's 5 and 6 because I haven't currently got a PS3. But this is doing it for me. This is fun. Oh my God, that was probably not a good move. But we are in the lead, and I have got an itchy eye, which is not what you need when you're racing in, well, anywhere. Especially if you've got a crash helmet. I can see you all talking. I can't look and read what you're saying yet. I'll wait until I can. Of course, I've got the wrong glasses on. Well, I've got the right glasses for driving and racing, but I've got the wrong glasses for reading what you're saying. I've also got my screen at the wrong angle, because I've got it angled so that the webcam... It's just... yeah. What's the airplane? Okay. Here we are back at Southport. Oh, probably. Didn't crash. Actually, I mean, I suppose I could go up the embankment there. Wouldn't hurt much until you reach the end of it. I have said it, and it has been said, I'm not terrible at driving games. I mean, I'm not any... There will be people who could kick my ass at this, but the fact that I've just picked this up, never played it before at all, I seem to be doing alright. I do like driving games. They are the most pick up and play genre, in my opinion. And maybe like 2D shoot 'em ups, like space shooters and stuff. I like that kind of thing where you don't need to read the manual. You just pick up the controller and play it, and it's obvious how to do it. I mean, driving, it's obvious how to do it. Drive fast, go round corners, slow down if the corner dictates that you need to. Try not to die. Learn the circuit if you have the time. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that corner. Right, let's see what's being said. Here for the... You trying to suggest I might crash a bit, Jenny? Oh, I'm going to swap my glasses while I read all this. That's better. Still play on the 360, the graphics still look good. They do. I mean, PS3 games still, to my eye, look good. I watch Joe playing on PS3 various different games, and they still look great. Some look a bit dated. I've watched IndyCar races for. Gran Turismo 7 delayed until next year. Well, they're always delaying Gran Turismo. I mean, we waited years for Gran Turismo 5, and even then it wasn't all that. Gran Turismo 6 was good. It's like they do a minimal one that you wait forever for, and it's not all that, and then they make it again but bigger, and you don't have to wait too long for that. That's just what they do. Yeah, so few people having a PS5 is probably a factor in that. I got no idea what GT7 is gonna look like. Polyphony Digital do tend to push the PlayStations to, well, I don't know about to their limit, but they do really, they get good results, better than a lot of other companies do. So it's like Gran Turismo games, they always look good on whatever hardware they're running at. Yeah, Gran Turismo Sport feels good. The handling of the cars and the cars themselves, all fine. I've got no problem with any of that. The graphics are great. It's just boring. The structure of the game, I mean, when it came out, it was very, very limited, and they did a lot of downloads and stuff and improved it so that there was eventually like more single player stuff to do. Because, I mean, it was all about playing online, which I've never even done. I don't care about playing it online. But I like, on Gran Turismo, I like the original circuits. I like Grand Valley, I like Deep Forest, I like Trial Mountain. I don't care. I like playing the Nürburgring, but of all the other circuits, they're all like real-world circuits on Gran Turismo Sport, and I just don't care. There might be some that are original, but they're not the old classics that I really like. And the lack of those just make me like, meh. Yeah, I got the PS4 Pro not ever so long ago so that I could play PSVR, because I've tried doing that on the like original PS4 and it was just super fuzzo vision. And I do see the PS4 Pro as a nice stopgap. It certainly improved the VR, which I don't do an awful lot of anymore because it's hard work. And PS5s, well, currently can't afford one. Had significant financial outgoings, partly with moving and other stuff which we won't go into. Can't get them anyway. I wouldn't know where to. Well, I mean, yeah, I would start on Amazon, but I ain't getting one for a while. I don't know that there's that much software for them, is there? Certainly don't see any in the shops. Anyway, let's try the next race. Swapping glasses, can't see what you're saying for a little bit. Continue. First, yay. Level 2 affinity reward. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, loads of scalpers. It's really pissy. I should probably look and pay attention and see what that affinity reward business is all about. I ain't got a clue. I think it's to do with sticking with the same car. You get some kind of credit for staying with, is it the car or the brand? I don't know.
The next leg of the tour takes you just south of St. Petersburg, Florida, to the Sunset Peninsula
St.
Raceway.
Petersburg, Florida. I thought St. Petersburg was in Russia. Oh well. I wonder who ripped off who. Leningrad, that's St. Petersburg. I think that's St. Petersburg in Russia. That was Leningrad. Oh, didn't know that. Thank you. Good to know. I probably ought to upgrade the car, but I seem to be doing all right in it as it is. Start race. Oh. I was trying to control it with the right analog stick to accelerate. That, of course, isn't how it's done on this. So that just made the whole thing, oh god, made things a little hard for myself. Extra challenge. I do like racing in lesser cars, like street, I don't know about Street Eagle, but like road cars, warm hatches, not even really hot hatches, but you know, kind of middle of the range, low end stuff that's slightly tuned or whatever, road kit. I like driving these much more than like GT cars and F1 cars and all that, because oh god, I haven't got the reflexes for that. Get off me. I haven't got the reflexes for that kind of thing. But wow. So I like the slower stuff. Gives you time to think about what you're doing and maybe react. Hello Kaylee Gamer, welcome. And advance. Apologies if I can't read everything you're saying at the moment, because you're all down there and the screen's up there and I can't read and race, but I will read what you've written at the end of the race and kind of glance down from time to time to see who's here. Oh god. People are watching, 16 of you. Oh, not bad for a Sunday. Is it afternoon? Just, oops, that's what happens when you look at the monitor and not the TV screen. You die violently through the windscreen. It's Forza 4. I don't know about Horizon. Forza 4 on the Xbox 360. Very pale text there, can't read it. We have slipstreaming. We do, it's not working, he's pulling away from me. Slipstreaming, well I'm trying, but it doesn't seem to be working. Oh dear. Completed this, took absolute, yeah, I completed Gran Turismo 1 and got 99% of Gran Turismo 2. I think I completed Gran Turismo 3 more or less. I never completed any Gran Turismo after that. And I've never spent any significant time on any of the Forza games because I don't do Xbox all that much. I've got an original Xbox and I've got this 360. I've got Forzas 2, 3 and 4 on here, I think. But I thought I'd try this one because the fourth one I imagine it's probably the best or the most advanced or the biggest or something. Being the latest, they've had plenty of time to develop it. So I might be wrong about that. Gun in the engine. Yeah. Just reading what scanning for videos is saying. Yeah, early software on any generation tends to be a bit iffy. I remember when I first got a PS3, and I got it quite early in the life of the PS3. Gran Turismo wasn't out yet. Grand Theft Auto, what did they have on that? 5, 4, they weren't out. The best thing I could find was Motorstorm, and it just was like, pff. And this other thing that I can't remember the name of, where you had some woman, Heavenly Blade, I think that's what it was called. Yeah, I had Motorstorm and Heavenly Blade. They were my first PS3 games, and neither of them were like, they were not my thing at all. I was kind of a bit cheesed off with it for quite a while because I couldn't find anything I wanted to play. I don't remember what the first PS3 game that I was really like, yes, this is what I want. I don't know. I mean, ones that I really got excited about and still really like were Battlefields 3 and 4 and the Grand Theft Auto games. Continue in my poor knackered little punto. Yeah, Heavenly Blade, I think it was trying to be like, oh God, God of War. It seemed to be that sort of thing, button mash and hope for the best. And then there was this whole steering your arrows or whatever with your 6-axis thing, and I hated all that. It's like, gimmicky crap. Hate it. Kind of why I don't like the Wii. All that Batman on the... Not into the Batman games. I've never seen it. Third-person action brawlers, shoot 'em ups, you name it, sword play, whatever. If it's third person and the character is quite... I don't mind over-the-shoulder stuff, like Battlefront. But where the character is like right into the screen and it's third person, I hate all that. Really, really don't like it. And I don't care how well they're done, I'm never going to play them. Level 4 driver reward. In recognition of your excellent performance. Oh, choice of several cars. Gimme. Quite a bit of bonus there. All performance parts for free at 75% off. I've been umming and ahhing about what system I was gonna stream. I mean, I could swap. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Umming and ahhing about what system I was going to play, because I knew it was going to be a camera at the screen job and not just like direct stream from the PS4. and I nearly played PS2 because I was playing some PS2 yesterday, and I was doing like the motorbike racing stuff. I was doing Tourist Trophy, TT Superbikes, and I actually didn't play Riding Spirits 2, but I have got that. And the only reason I'm playing this instead of those, while I love motorbike games, I'm not really very good at them. Tourist Trophy I want to love because it's Gran Turismo with motorbikes, but when it's just you against one other rider, and that other rider is, if they're on a better bike than you, that's it, they romp away from you and there's nothing you can do about it. Where if there were more riders, you know, you'd have at least a little bit of a competition. So it's not actually a good game. You've got to have a faster bike than them. It doesn't matter if you're a better rider. They're just going to leave you for dead. It's a shame. So, yeah, I played that. Liked it for a little while. I was riding an RD250, though they called it an RZ. And then a TZR250. And then an RD500, which was mental, but I beat a GSXR 750 on it, so that was good. Ace Combat 6. I never played any of the Ace Combat games. Tourist Trophy is, well, it's literally just Gran Turismo, but with motorbikes, but not enough competitors. Just reading a comment who said what? Okay. Just reading, who was that? Yeah, Richard Heath. Reading your comment that you left. I just got the little red bell thing. What car am I going to have? Hello, Eugene. Greetings and welcome. I'm just going to have the Alfa Romeo because they're gorgeous. And obviously we've got to have it in red because red. Am I sure? Yes, I want this car. Don't ask me stupid questions. Congratulations! You completed this event. Thank you for telling me something I already knew.
Your next race
is
the scenic vistas of Camino Viejo de Montserrat.
Oh. Isn't there a volcano there?
In extreme multi-class, finish first in your group while sharing the track.
Oh, no.
A group of very different cars.
Oh dear. This ain't going to go well. This is not going to go well at all. Multi-class. I'm going to be in like a am I still going to be in my Punto whilst there's GT cars and what do you call them? I can't think of the word. Prototypes. Yeah. That'll be interesting. I'm going to get rammed from behind. That's pretty. Oh, I've just got no chance. Look at what I'm up against. Oh, God, I did it again. Well, at least it gives them a chance to get out of the way. Come on, get that thing out of my way. I guess all the bigger, faster things, they're not counting as like my position. They're just going to come romping up behind us in a little while and shove us off the track. Get off! This is not meant to be a contact sport. Oh, is that a Fiesta? I had driving lessons in a Fiesta. I liked it a lot. It was a lot faster than the Vauxhall Corsa I initially had driving lessons in. But I took my driving test in the Fiesta, and that was not good, because the Fiesta, being a faster car and a car that just encouraged faster driving, I was speeding a lot of the time. And the only reason he didn't fail me for speeding was he didn't know how much I was speeding by, because he couldn't see the speedo, and my instructor had taken out the secondary speedo that he had used to see how quick I was going. It's like there's a second, I don't know if it's like a GPS thing, but he took that out so that the examiner couldn't see that I was speeding by a significant amount. So I passed, but I probably shouldn't have. The funny thing is, I don't drive fast now. I don't speed at all. I'm a very, very conservative driver. Not quite your fuddy old granddad driver, but by no means an aggressive or quick driver. Occasionally indecisive, which is not a good thing, especially on roundabouts and big complex junction things, of which we have several around here. But God, in Liverpool, I often refer to Liverpool because it is the most terrifying driving experience I've ever had. Driving there, I'm in first, obviously first in my class, because this geezer and his lot. Whoops. You didn't need a brake there, you wuss. I do when I'm playing games like this, and in fact I think a lot of games where I'm engrossed in it. I'm very aware I'm sitting here with my mouth wide open. Yeah, supercars. I think the thing is, they go really, really, really fast, but you still got to slow down to put it round the corner. I don't know how realistic that is. I don't know how much grip they would have if they've got like really fat sticky tyres and a lot of downforce. You can probably go round the corner maybe quicker than they let you in the games, or maybe not. I don't know. I wouldn't have the nerve. I've never driven in Bristol or Birmingham. I've been a passenger in Birmingham. And I didn't like it at all. I've been a passenger in Leeds, hated that, would never ever want to drive to Leeds. Manchester, Jesus. Didn't like Manchester. I could probably cope with Manchester, but there is that roundabout on the way to Manchester that you kind of end up having to go around, depending which way you're going to Blackpool. There's this roundabout that's just terrifying. I don't know if it's any worse. It is bigger and faster than the New Whittington roundabout in Chesterfield. Is it New Whittington or just Whittington? Whatever, it is bloody horrible. I haven't driven it. I've been a passenger. I look at it every time and it's like, I don't know what lane you're meant to be in. And you can find yourself, you come up to it on a dual carriageway, you go onto the inside lane, and then you've got to get straight to the outside lane, and there's it's mental. It's complete free-for-all. Continue. Wow. All performance parts from Fiat are now 100% off. I like that kind of retail. I wish everything was like that. I don't feel the need for performance parts in this car at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I shouldn't be yawning. I had a decent night's sleep, and the first one in a while. Where are we going?
Your next event will take place under the warm California sun at Mazda Raceway.
Oh my God. Well, this ain't going to go well. Oh, and it's a D-class race. All D-class cars, and I'm in an E-class. Okay. Upgrade it. Yeah. Automatically upgrade it. Have we got enough? Probably. We'll let it do its thing. I wonder how far you can upgrade class-wise a car. It's like from the bottom grade. We have a Formula 1 grade Fiat Punto. That would be interesting. I do know Laguna Seca a little bit. Yeah, quite. I know this circuit enough to know. I'm not a fan, but I don't dislike it. I'm glad they fixed my car up for each race, because I do trash it quite badly. Oh, that was a bit close. Get out of my way. And you. Oh dear. I know I would be disqualified if this was an actual race, but I don't care. Whatever it takes to win, I will race dirty. Get deep. There was something written there. It looked like some kind of penalty. Not surprising. Oops. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Oops. That is very bright. A little bit turn and burn. Yeah, okay then. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. Now, the thing I've noticed about racing games on VR, on the PSVR, is you do get a feel for the hills, which you don't get when you're playing on a flat screen. You know, you know it's a hill, but you don't get a feel for how steep it is. And what I haven't done is played Laguna Seca on Gran Turismo with the PSVR. I should do that, just to get a feel for what the corkscrew is like. That could be probably quite interesting. Braking around here somewhere. See, the brake markers are different on here. In Gran Turismo, I brake at the 50-yard marker and that's it, but on here they're numbered, and I don't know which one to brake at. don't even know if I needed a break there. Seemed like the thing to do. That was a bit better, I think. Hello, Simon. Get off me. No, no, get out of my way. My road. You can't have it. Oops. Oh, that's blown it. Oh, I think we're far enough away from him that won't matter. Oh, that might matter. Get back on the track, you Berg. Get ready for some serious blocking. Yeah, we got away with that. Still in bed? Well, it's only 10 to 1. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't get up yesterday. Actually, no, I got up at something like 5 a.m. yesterday, but then after I'd recorded the video that I uploaded yesterday, I went back to bed. I went to bed at about 3:30 and got up again at 5:30. Didn't sleep well yesterday, but slept well last night, so yeah. I think it must be very, very bright at Laguna Seca. Very strong sunshine, probably very hot, but it doesn't necessarily make racing there on a video game easy because it's a bit too bright. They should be more considerate with their sunshine. Yes, it's Sunday. You stay in bed. Have beer in bed. That would be good. Actually, God, that sounds really good. Roast chicken dinner with beer in bed. That would be a good way to spend a Sunday. Buggered sleep cycle's not not necessarily a bad thing, you know, unless it interferes with your life. I used to my sleep cycle worked so that I went to bed an hour later each day or night. You know, if I went to bed at 10 o'clock tonight, I'd go to bed at 11 o'clock tomorrow night, and it went round the clock. And I did that for a good couple of years, and it didn't matter. It didn't interfere with my life because I was making a living off the internet. And I liked it. It only became a problem when I found myself in a relationship and my awake time didn't coincide with, yeah. Well, we won't go there. I don't wear PJs, so be very glad I got dressed before I started doing this. Oh, here we go, we're getting another car. Yay. I'm not a fan of the Lego games, it must be said. Jo plays them. She plays them a lot and she plays them well. And I enjoy oh wow. I do enjoy watching. But the only one I've ever played was Star Wars Force Awakens, because it came free with the PS4. And I hated it. Really did not like it at all. Been in your PJs since last year. Well, that's lockdown for you. Yeah, I think if you can work from home, where's the point in getting dressed? If you know, you get your food delivered maybe. Oh, wow. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I see. Now we'll go with the original one. It's gorgeous. I mean, I don't really care for cars like that as a rule, but that is really pretty. Where are we going?
Your next event is being held at the Nürburgring's thoroughly modern Grand Prix circuit.
Oh. I don't like the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. I like the Nordschleife.
Select paint to customize your car's color.
Yeah.
Graphics and design
Shush.
to turn your car into a truly unique work of art.
Yeah. What's this? Yeah, I mean, Jo, she's into the Lego games, and even she says that isn't a good game. So, it wasn't just me. I enjoyed watching Lego Marvel. What Marvel one it is, but it had all the superheroes in it, like loads of them, and I did like watching that. No urge to play it. The narrator's annoying. If James May was doing the narration, it would be more acceptable, but he was annoying. Not a fan of this one. 72 degrees. That would be quite nice. That's pretty near my favourite temperature. My Panda sounds a bit like this, but I think I've got a hole in the exhaust. I need to get it. Actually, it doesn't sound anything like that, but I do think I've got a bit of a hole in the exhaust. It's something's blowing somewhere. It just sounds not quite right. You know, you get used to the sound of your own car, and when it sounds different, you're like, It sounds a little bit deeper than it should. A little bit throaty. No quicker though. So the kids of today, but they've always thought it. Think if it's louder, it's going to go faster. But it does seem louder, and it definitely isn't going any faster. I must admit, these triggers, as accelerator and brake, that I'm not using the brake a whole lot, I think might actually be better than the analog sticks on the PS4, 3, whatever. You've got more travel, and that's good. That allows for a bit more precision, but no good if you want to do automatic gears. So. Swings and roundabouts, I guess, but I'm being lazy these days. I used to always do manual gears, but just lately I kind of can't be bothered and just go with auto. Using auto gears I think is fine if you don't know the circuit, but I find learning a circuit, I learn it by knowing what gear I can go into a given corner at, like that one. Second gear corner, it's easier learning a circuit with manual gears. Here I just have to go by how fast I seem to be going, just by feel really, because I'm not looking at me. Well, I haven't even got a speed indicator, have I? Yes, there is, but I'm certainly not looking at it. Oops. It is easier when you've got another car in front of you. You just have to follow them. When you're in front, you've got to know where you're going. This is not a circuit that lends itself to looking at what you lot are saying, unfortunately. I can see several of you have spoken. I will read it when I... Oh, you arse! That was naughty. And I ain't got time to catch him up. He'll say I brake tested him. Oh, look at that. He's driving like me. Alright, we might get second. Maybe. Come on. No. Or maybe. Yeah, that was just wrong. I didn't know that they'd gotten cheap, but then I don't pay much attention to the Lego games. I wonder if you can race in a VW Fox, still driving that car, all these years later. Yeah, I think if a car still works, I mean, God knows, my Panda's 14 years old, might be 15 years old now actually. I don't care, I'll keep driving it until it breaks, basically, either won't pass an MOT or is unreliable, and it's still reliable so far. I have taken this 360 apart. I've got a tool actually for opening them, because they can be a bit of a pain in the arse to open. I'm not a fan of the console. There are things about them that I don't like, and this one is weird actually. It sounds fine at the moment. I tried putting Crackdown in it earlier, because it's a game that's been recommended to me by Rob Geigerpunk, who gave it to me, and I put it in and I was going to play that instead of this, but the console made a horrible noise. I don't know whether it was the disk drive or the fan, but it was like buzzing, like I don't know what. It sounded terrible, and I was like, I'm not playing that. That's just, I was scared it was going to break or was broken or something. I thought, well, I'll try another game in it, and this one's fine, so I don't know. Manual gears are for real cars, automatic for cars in games. I don't know, I do like manual gears. Well, I say manual, semi-automatic. You know, I like using the shoulder buttons to control gears. Had a Beetle a few years back. Was that the new Beetle or an original Beetle? I had a friend who rebuilt an original Beetle, and that was great, but that's the kind of car... I was going to say you've got to be a mechanic, but yes. I know taking things apart and fixing them is your thing. New Beetle. Right, my sister had one of them for a little while. I don't know whether she liked it or not. Hello, Dave. Greetings and welcome. Parking actually where I live is very not easy. Yeah, it's actually all right for me parking here, but having a guest here, not so much. There's a limited number of parking slots at the front of this house, and there are several people who live in this house. All the cars, all the slots are frequently taken. One guy had a guest here the other day, and I had to park in the parking spot of another resident, and thankfully they were at work. And then when that guest left, I moved my car into my spot. But it's like frequently all three slots are taken, and yeah, anyone else wanting to come and visit would have to park down the road and walk. with a tank, yes. I'm fascinated by night vision things. Nearly bought, what was it called? I can't remember what it was called. A night vision, I think it was infrared actually, quite a few years ago. When I used to night fish, I thought that would be really handy. Moonlight, something or other, don't remember. Cortina in it, yeah. What is it? Oh god, there's some PS4 game, Cars. Is it just called Cars? I can't remember. And there's this race where you've got Mark I Ford Escorts, and that's interesting, but it's actually kind of unplayable. It's really, really realistic to the point that it's too realistic and it's not fun to play. So while I've got it, I've deleted it off the hard drive because it's just not fun. But yeah, that's the nearest to an old Cortina. It's Mark I Escorts. No, Dave, it's still Sunday. I've got a few Need for Speeds that I've never played. I've actually got one on this 360. I've got Need for Speed Carbon. Never played it. I should probably give it a go. I've never played it online. Gran Turismo I've only played online a couple of times, just enough to realise that the way I play Gran Turismo, it just gets me relegated to the useless and dirty drivers server sort of thing. Because, yeah, I'm inclined to run into people. Not intentionally, but just late braking and they're in front of me, and what are you going to do? Oh, yeah. Touring cars. I love touring cars. Touring cars are actually probably more fun to watch than Grand Prix racing. I mean, you don't necessarily get all of the backstory and the politics and all of that lot of, sporting politics of it and all that. But as an actual race to watch with all that, it's almost a full contact sport. It is fun. Playing Gauntlet on MAME. I've never actually played Gauntlet. It's not a game that ever really grabbed me. I used to watch it in the arcades, but I never played it. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 is great. It's not as much of a lottery as Mario Kart Wii, which is the most modern one I've got. But it's the only game on either the Wii U or the Switch that I want to play, and I won't buy one of them just to play Mario Kart, because they're a lot of money. What are we doing? Oh God, I'm going to have to get another car, aren't I? I'm going to have to get a Mazda. Well, it's going to have to be an MX-5, isn't it? Though I did look at a Mazda, I was looking at I think it was a Mazda 2 or a Mazda 3 or something. There was one in town. I was just standing there thinking, that's actually really quite pretty, except I don't like the mouth on it, the grille. It's just not a pleasing shape. Are they going to let me drive this in a Fiat? Really? Or are they just going to put me in a Mazda? Yeah, I'm in a Fiat. It's a one-make race and I'm in the wrong make. Okay. Oops, I was reading what you were saying and not watching the race. Which is not a good move when you're actually driving in the race. Oh, this is pretty funky. The location. Wow. I have never driven anywhere like this before. I don't know a place in Milton Keynes that looks like this. Oh. The nearest I've driven to this was, oh God, a little country lane in Derbyshire going up a hill, probably about 10 miles outside of Chesterfield, out into the Dales. I was kind of trying to head to Bakewell, but wound up somewhere else and didn't know where I was, and then came across this hill. You know, switchbacks and everything, but it was, technically it was 2 lanes, but I was thankful not to pass anyone or meet anyone coming the other way, because pretty much first gear all the way, and there was another car right up behind me, and I was like, you don't want to be there. Oh God. This is fun. But yeah, the way I'm driving here is why, oh God, it's why I don't play, oh God, Gran Turismo online. They wouldn't appreciate this kind of driving in an online game. Oh, so what, there's only me and one other player and the rest are just traffic? I say one other player. I have one opponent, and I'm not going to win. No. Oh, my poor car. Well, I wonder where my opponent is. That was cool. Morris Minors. I like Morris Minors. I think they're gorgeous. I don't know. I mean, the Wii U, just for Mario Kart 8. I don't like the Wii U. I always thought they were just, the screen in the controller was a gimmick. Where the Switch, they took the idea of the Wii U, or the basic ideas, and did it properly. So it's like, I can appreciate the qualities of the Switch and think it's probably a good piece of kit. I just don't like Nintendo games. But the Wii U to me is just an ugly, big, clunky, nasty thing. Gimmicky. Bloody Fahrenheit rubbish. It's weird. I know some temperatures in Fahrenheit and some temperatures in centigrade or Celsius, whatever you like. It's like hot weather, I know in Fahrenheit. Cold weather, I know in centigrade. It's like 75, that's quite warm. 80, it's pretty hot. 90, it's bloody boiling. Where you get down to the other end, cold, 0, that's cold. All of that makes sense to me, but it's like cold temperatures in Fahrenheit and hot temperatures in centigrade to me make no sense at all. Yeah, if the Wii U comes down to like, I mean, they're still selling for 80, 90, 100 quid, whatever, and I'm like, no, I don't want to pay that. Alec John, hello, nice to see you. Daniel Macri, before I die, I want to own a R34 GTR. Well, they are a monster, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. Good point, Dave. The value will go up. 400 quid. I don't know. I think for me, I'm just... Hello, Ellie. Greetings and welcome. I just don't like Nintendo games, and it's like, though, well, I don't really try to have all the consoles, but I'm just not going to get a Wii U just for Mario Kart, and there's literally nothing else on it that I'm interested in. And the same with the Switch. Tasha's got a Switch, and I see the stuff she plays on it. Granted, her taste in games is different from mine, but I don't think she even has Mario Kart on it, but I have played it on it. Albeit not on her one. Oh, we're going to get another car. It's reaching the point now where they're going to give me money to have performance parts put on my Fiat. Actually, they've sent me a 15,000 credit bonus, so yeah, they kind of are. Of course I still know who you are. I won't say I remember everyone's name, but there are people who were around a long time ago and have stuck around, and their names stick with me. There are some they don't, who they're not around as much or whatever, but there are some people who just stay on my radar, and you are among those. Panzer Dragoon Saga. You see, I've got Panzer Dragoon, God, doesn't really roll off the tongue, and Panzer Dragoon 2, but not Saga. That one's bloody expensive. I did see it. They had it in Game Station in Milton Keynes years ago, and it was selling for silly money, and I was like, no. But Radiant Silvergun, I spent 50 quid to get Radiant Silvergun from a shop in Sheffield, and I was only able to afford it because it didn't have the original case. It was a reproduction, just like a printed sleeve. But I think that was a decent buy because I don't care about having the printed sleeve and all that lot. It's like original disc, that'll do, thank you very much. You see, I don't like the N64. Not. I've got one. Are there any games I like on the N64? Mario Kart 64 is my least favourite Mario Kart of the whole lot. And I don't care about Mario 64 or whatever that game is. Cruising USA and Cruising World, I quite enjoyed those. Beetle Adventure, I quite enjoy. There's not much else. It's one of my least favourite consoles. Not a fan of GoldenEye. You see, I suppose my favourite Nintendo console is the SNES. I do like that, and there was a thing on Twitter about how SNES is pronounced Super NES, Super Nintendo. People who say SNES upset lots of people. I say it like that. Actually, I'm just lazy and it's easier to say it, and partly because I know it upsets people, and it's just amusing to me. GameCube. I want to like the GameCube, but I don't. But I do like Mario Kart Double Dash, and I do like what's that Star Wars game that I've got over there at Rogue Leader 2, whatever. Great game, really like that. But I haven't got a GameCube. I just use the Wii to play those. I have got GameCube controllers though, just to play the GameCube games on the Wii. You see, Nintendo is my least favourite everything, manufacturer and well, I don't know about developer, though. There are some developers who are really dire. But no, what I like about Nintendo are their handhelds. They do the best handhelds, albeit I don't care about the Switch. And I don't care a lot about a lot of the Nintendo games on the handhelds. Like, I've got a 3DS, and I love it. But not for the Nintendo games. I love it for the Sega games that are on it. The 3D versions of their Super Scalar games. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm with you there, Alec. Reproduction manuals. If you're not looking for selling it, if you just want to play it and you want an original disc, I think reproduction manuals are just fine. Never played the Shining Force games myself. I do remember, was it Sega? They got really, really crappy with people putting videos of the Shining Force games on, and they did takedown thingamajigs and copyright strikes on anyone who'd got Shining Force videos on, which was really lame. Raised in a Sony household. Yeah, well, I mean, I was an adult by the time the PlayStations came out. I've been gaming since before there were video games, but there is logic to that. But yeah, PlayStation's very much my my gaming brand of choice. Hello, Animal House. Greetings and welcome. Yeah, I mean, I've gone through different phases, having been around a little while. Starting out with Atari, then I was gaming on an Acorn Electron. When it came to consoles, 16-bit era, I started out with a Mega Drive, and then I had a Mega Drive and a SNES, and then I got an Amiga as well. So I was just gaming on everything. And I would say I kind of abandoned Sega when it came to the 32-bit stuff. I went PlayStation. I didn't bother with the Saturn. I didn't go for Nintendo. And I've stayed with PlayStation ever since. And only bought stuff by the other companies as retro. I wouldn't say I'm a Sony fanboy. But when I kind of look at it, I wouldn't buy an Xbox, and I wouldn't buy anything Nintendo either. Certainly not as a primary console. I want a PS5. I might get an Xbox Series S if Microsoft, since they bought Bethesda, if they do an Elder Scrolls game that's exclusive to Xbox and it gets good reviews, I might buy a Series S just to play that. Yeah, well, Atari as they are now are just embarrassing. PlayStation didn't kill Sega. Sega killed Sega with bad choices. They should have stuck. They shouldn't have abandoned their systems. They just made a whole stream of mistakes. Like Nintendo had systems that didn't sell well. The N64 didn't sell well. The GameCube didn't sell especially well. What they didn't do was abandon them and move on to the next thing and hope it did better. They stuck with them, kept making games. They kept the customer loyalty. Where Sega, they abandoned the Mega CD, they abandoned the 32X, they abandoned the Saturn. By the time they came out with what was a really good console for the time, they'd alienated their entire customer base. People were like, we're not buying this Dreamcast thing because they'll just abandon that as well. And no, you can't blame Sony for that. It's totally on Sega. Bad business. You should never abandon your hardware. I wouldn't be thrilled to see Bethesda go exclusively, I don't know, some stuff will be exclusive to Microsoft, but BCS 800 questions. Nintendo on the handheld stuff, they just dominate. They just know how to do it. It surprised me actually, because when the PSP and the DS came out, I remember saying DS is going to fail. It doesn't know what it is. It seems to be like what do they call them? It's like got PDA features. Well, is it a PDA or is it a handheld games console? It doesn't seem to know, and that being the case, it will fail. Meanwhile, the PSP is a pure gaming console handheld. So with that focus and everything in mind, it will do well, I thought. Got that one a bit wrong, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, let's play some more. I'm also going to grab a paracetamol because I'm getting a headache trying to read that. Back in a sec. Oh, wow. Okay, that's some nice looking cars. I mean, I'm not into American muscle cars all that much, but ew. Don't know. No. God, no. Okay, we're going to go with the Mustang. It's going to be red, but part of me really wants it black. Oh, we don't get the choice of black. Yeah, the Atari Lynx is very, very capable handheld, let down by an awful screen, and battery life just really wasn't great. It's a shame they didn't do a consoleized version of the Lynx, because the sprite scaling on that thing was great. That would have made a really good console plugged into the TV. I mean, yes, the sprites would have been really chunky, but I don't know, some of the 8-bit consoles that were still around at that time, I don't know, was the Mega Drive out by then? Would it have been fighting against 16-bit systems? Not sure. Maybe. But the sprite scaling on it was, for an 8-bit handheld, was still better than any of the 16-bit systems could do. The Mega Drive nor the SNES, neither of them could sprite scale like that. Would have been interesting. Racing, chatting, and then racing again. Yes, I do think it's working. It is hurting my eyes, but I do think it's working. Console version called a Raspberry Pi. Yeah. I mean, yes, you can. You can use emulation to play Lynx games on your telly. But it's kind of not what I mean. I think back in the day it would have been great. There's a lot of consoleized Raspberry Pis around. But there's an awful lot of things that are really good for playing retro games on the TV. And I've got a PS1 Mini just there, or Classic or whatever, and I've got a lot of stuff on that. And then I've got a Chewy Lark box over there, which will emulate up to GameCube quite adequately. And I keep telling myself, you know, I don't need to set up all of these things if I want a quick play of something retro. And I nearly did that. I was nearly going to do the PlayStation Classic and play a load of PS1 and other retro stuff on the telly. And then I just looked at Forza and thought, Actually, I looked at Crackdown and thought, yeah, we'll give that a go, because the Xbox was sitting right there. Just demonstrates how I don't know ever what I'm doing. I don't have a plan. I just go with whatever I feel like at the time. This thing's thankfully not had a red ring of death. It's the only 360 I've owned. I have been lucky with it. But I do wonder what the noise was that it was making when I tried playing Crackdown. It was a bit unnerving. Right, let's see. What are we doing here? Am I racing in that Mustang that I just bought? This won't go well. I'm not good in big, heavy muscle cars. Oh, are we going to race them in this? This'll be novel. Hello, Ian. I am good, thank you. I'm just chilling and playing badly. Bit chilly, but otherwise good, and enjoying being here. Gaming here is it's good. It's a good room to use as a studio. You see, a lot of people say that retro stuff looks awful on a modern TV, but I play all of mine on a LCD 32-inch jobby, and I think they look just fine. Possibly because my old cathode ray tube TV looked bloody awful. My old TV was rubbish. I couldn't even tell you who it was made by. It was just like very, very blurry. Never gave a clear image. So getting a clear image on this thing, it's a treat. I know it doesn't look like how things looked back in the day, but with the TV I had back in the day, they looked shite. So I'm not a purist when it comes to that kind of thing. Oops. Get out of my way. I don't know what race we're doing here. Not going to do so well here. Maybe. Okay, Dave, just caught a glimpse of that. You're going for dinner. Enjoy. Hope you're having something good. I'm hungry now. As thought of dinner. I haven't had roast chicken for dinner on a Sunday in a long time. That is something. One of the things I'm really, really looking forward to when lockdown ends. Going out for a meal somewhere. I'm not big on eating out, but every now and then, and I'm not a good cook at all. Everything I do is pretty much done in the microwave or in the toaster, or bung something out of a tin into a saucepan and put it on the hob. I've got an oven here. I've never used it. I probably never will. I do want to get a halogen oven. I do a thing with steak in a halogen oven, which is not at all how you're meant to do steak, but I actually really like them done that way. Wrapped in foil with a load of herbs and things all over it, and bung it in a halogen oven for an hour. And it's lovely. But I am being very, very careful with how much electricity I use. It doesn't seem to be too expensive. But, yeah. Oh, well, that wasn't terrible. I don't know what third. I can live with that. They should bring dinner to him, yes. Green screen CRT at the side of a train track. Yeah, that'd be. I hope you managed that. That's one of the things I like about the Commodore PET that I've got. It's got a proper traditional green screen. To be fair, I play Forza about the same as I play Mario Kart. Yeah, there are no pickups in the middle of the track, no blue shell, but yeah, we've still got a pretty bad lockdown here at the moment. It's easing a little bit. Kids have gone back to school, but lockdown's not affecting me that much. Okay, the game shops are closed and the pubs are shut, and I can't go drive off out into the countryside for taking photos and stuff. But other than that, it's not affecting me that much. I can still go to the supermarket and do all my shopping, and I'm still at work. I'm fortunate in that the job I have, I mean, I got furloughed from cleaning at the pub, but now I'm cleaning somewhere else that I'm not allowed to tell you. But it's somewhere that's like an essential service that has to remain open, and so I clean, and it's actually, as far as cleaning goes, a good job. My life since lockdown is actually better than it was before lockdown. I'm in a better job, in a better town, living very near to my girlfriend, which is... Lockdown isn't supposed to make your life better, but it made mine better. And the downside of it being all the people who died, so I can't be blasé about it. How does this compare to Gran Turismo? It's a better pick up and play game. It's one where you don't... Gran Turismo has a very tight structure. This doesn't. This is like you go in and it kind of just guides you down this predefined pathway of where you're going to race. And that's okay for pick up and play. It's not what I would want Gran Turismo to do. I like the championship structure of that game more. I'm used to it. But for doing a stream like this, it's perfect. At a PCW with a green screen. You know, I'm not really familiar with the PCWs at all. I mean, was that like an Amstrad PC, but it wasn't Windows, was it? Wasn't even DOS, was it? Did they use, what's that operating system called? I can't remember. I know there was another operating system. I don't know if they were that. Sorry, Ellie. Yes, I do have a girlfriend. Well, you're a little bit of a distance away, so you know. Yeah. Lockdown for me. When I was still locked down, while I was still in Worksop before I moved to Chesterfield, I mean, it's how I came to be in Chesterfield. I spent 2 weeks furloughed after the pub basically shut down for lockdown. I got furloughed and I spent 2 weeks on my own, just in my little room in that big house. No one to talk to. I was talking to Joe on Messenger, but no human contact whatsoever. And I was literally going mad. I was feeling really, really mentally not right. And she said, well, you could come stay over here for lockdown. And I was... the right thing to do would have been to have a conversation about it. But that didn't even occur to me. I was like, yep, okay, I'm on my way. Packed a bag and off I went. She was like, okay. And I stayed there. And I think the idea was just that I'd be there for lockdown. Lockdown wasn't going to last forever or whatever. But it went on and on and on. And then I was like, well, I might as well see if I can get a job here. And I did. I got one. It was like the first job I applied for. They were just like, yep, great, when can you start? So I stayed. But of course, 3 people staying in a little flat, it got just a little bit, it was too cramped and didn't work really. I struggled with it. So getting this place, yeah, solved that because I'm literally just down the road. I don't have the voice thingy on multiplayer games. Though that's less of a thing on PlayStation games, it seems to be more of an Xbox thing. I'm sorry to hear that, Simon. That sucks. That's really rough. Ian, no, I'm not with Andrea. We split up 3 years ago. Divorce proceedings are underway, which is, for me, very pleasing, actually. I was waiting for lockdown to end before I was going to start with that, but then I got a message from her saying she was starting the divorce proceedings, so I'm like, cool, great. I do like to try and create a distraction. I would say I'm here to serve, but I'm not. It's just mutual enjoyment of video games. No, don't. No. It's history. There's an awful lot that could be said about it, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to go into any of the details. Things went, they just went south, and it's history. That was 3 years ago. I have moved on. I'm in a better place with someone who is better suited to me. So I can't complain. Yeah, I look forward to the divorce being done and dusted. It looks like it's going to be an uncomplicated thing. I do hope so. Because I can't afford a complicated one. You know, I've not been paying attention. I don't know where I'm racing. I don't think it matters. Oops. I'm just looking at the... Oh, we're at Suzuka. I think it is. It certainly looks like it from here. I wouldn't say I'm good at Suzuka, but I do at least know my way around. A little bit. Are we on the short? Yeah, we're on the short circuit at Suzuka. Probably just as well. Come on, get out of the way. Okay, he's in a quicker car than me. Or he just got round. Oh god. I bet no real Punto has ever sounded like this. give him a gentle nudge. First time I played Suzuka on any racing video game were Clear Pass. Oh, really not. Jeff Crammond Formula One Grand Prix. I learned this circuit on that. And I still, after all these years, think that is one of the best Formula One racing games ever made. One of the best games for like learning real world circuits. Because, okay, it was flat shaded polygons, lacking in any real detail, but you could play some of those circuits and then look at TV footage of the real circuit, and you'd know where you were at in the game. Like Monaco, you can recognise the features in the Monaco circuit. Sherry and cola. I've never heard of that as a drink. First comment on your channel. Hello, Escaping Reality. Just reading your first comment on my channel. Used to love Gran Turismo when it first appeared on PS1. Yeah, GT5 and on it is getting samey. It's not developed a whole lot. To some degree, I'm okay with that. They've got a formula, they stick with it. And I like that. I don't like change. Improvements in the graphics and the physics, give me more cars, give me more circuits, but also keep the classic circuits, and they haven't done that, so Gran Turismo Sport bugs me. I'm going to change my glasses for reading these. This is not working. That's better. Yeah, I'm with you there, Simon. While things with Andrea have ended, I'm not going into any details of it. I mean, it's just enough to say the relationship went south, and that was that. I'm not going to say anything bad about her. I am glad that she's set the divorce thingy in motion, just because I currently can't afford it. Night in the Woods. Don't know that one. Been social distancing since 1976. You know, I know. I know what you mean. I'm people. Yeah, Animal House, the tests, the licensed test thing in Gran Turismo was, I think that put an awful lot of people off. I disagree with them having those in the game. They have got rid of that now, and I think that was a good move. They made the game too difficult for some people to be able to play it. Okay, Richard, need coffee and sunlight. Enjoy. I could do with coffee, actually. Sunlight, I would love some sunlight. It's bloody miserable weather out there. You want to have a YouTube channel but don't have a PC. I don't know that you need a PC to have a YouTube channel. You can do it with a phone. You can get video editing on a phone and upload from the phone. You can certainly do it from a tablet. Yes, the damage model on Gran Turismo is rubbish, but I like it that way. It's purely visual, and that's how Gran Turismo's always been. And like I said, I don't like change. I wouldn't like the cars to get wrecked to the point that performance suffered. That's just Gran Turismo. It's like the realism is in the car handling and everything, not in the damage, and that's what that game is all about. Yeah, streaming is time consuming. If that's what you're going to do, I like streaming when I get a spare afternoon or whatnot and want a little bit of online interaction, and as a way of pulling people to my channel who might otherwise not have found it, it's good. But my primary content will always be pre-recorded and edited videos. Outrun and you see things like Outrun and Ridge Racer, I like those for a quick pick up and play, but I wouldn't ever spend the amount of time on one of them that I can spend on a game like this. I like 10 or 15 minutes. How long have we been going? I don't know how long I've been streaming here for. Over an hour, certainly. 106 minutes. Yeah, wouldn't have dreamed of playing one of them for this long. Right, let's play some more switch glasses. Second. Streaming is fun. The thing with streaming, it's the interaction that's fun. Oh.
And are ready to take on the Sportsman series.
Okay then.
The Sportsman series will show you more of the world and ratchets up the competition with performance coupes and sedans.
Coupes? I bloody hate it when they call them coupes. They're a coupe.
Now we travel.
He's got an English accent. He should say coupe. He's not American. God. Recommend that you upgrade it. Yes, please do that. This is going to be a ridiculously powerful punto. Yeah, I know what you mean, Simon. You want that little bit of feedback just to know someone's watched it and watched enough to have an opinion. It's been a long while since I've had no comments, but I'm kind of like, I expect a certain number of views on a video, or a certain number of different, I know how many views to expect for a given kind of video that I upload, and sometimes they just don't get that, and I'm like, invariably if they don't perform as well as I wanted them to, it's my own fault. Like I've uploaded them at a stupid time, or at a time that people just aren't expecting them. Like I uploaded a video yesterday and it didn't do as well as it otherwise might have done, because I never upload at the weekend, but I'm currently off work. I'm having a holiday and taking advantage of it by uploading videos and streaming when I otherwise wouldn't, but of course no one's expecting it, so it doesn't perform as well. Everything, I think almost everyone on YouTube is struggling. And it is really, I mean, they say, oh, it's the algorithm. And there's an element of that, but really it's just down to saturation. There is so much content and so many people that I don't know how you're meant to break through the noise to get noticed and get an audience. I'm lucky in that I've been doing it that long, and a lot of people have just stuck with me. Thank you, all of you. It is really hard to get noticed and to succeed. I mean, my channel isn't growing at all. It's holding steady. In fact, I have 10 subscribers fewer now than I had 28 days ago. It's shrinking, if anything, but it's like, it doesn't matter, those kind of numbers. But it's, I don't know how anyone's meant to grow a channel these days. Okay, let's go. I liked the car modification aspect of Gran Turismo's 1 and 2. After that, well, no, I still modified them after that, but what I didn't get so into was the really fine tuning, which I did in 1 and 2. I could fine tune the handling and performance of the car, or the handling anyway. I could fine tune the handling really well, but after a while I just didn't care, and I'd go with, I wouldn't say I went with default settings. I had a setup that I went with on pretty much every car. This is a nice circuit. It actually looks like a Gran Turismo circuit. This looks like the autumn ring. Ha! Thought I was bad. You're rubbish. I think this looks like the autumn ring just because of the colours of the trees. Get out of my way. It does, it totally looks like the autumn ring. Maybe that was actually a real circuit, I don't know. Maple Valley, that sounds familiar. Well, I think I've tuned this car beyond the performance of the competition because, oops, I'm driving like an idiot and still ahead. Hello, front runner, okay. I like the texturing on the road, circuit, track thing. Like there are little bits of the track that have been dug up and filled in. So it's like got that patchwork effect. And that level of detail I like, it impresses me. And that's something you didn't really see in racing games until this generation of console. Like the PS2, you didn't have it on that. Though I was impressed by the writing on the track at the Nürburgring on Gran Turismo on the PS2. It was the first time I'd seen that. I was looking at the little mini-map thing to see what was coming up, and whilst looking at that, wasn't looking at the road. Didn't serve me well. Final lap, I think. Yeah, that's the bit I was on about. It's kind of a bit patchworky there. That dug it up and filled it in. Oops. I'm a sucker on that bit. I just can't. I don't want to lift off, and it doesn't serve me well. But so far ahead, it doesn't matter. "18 seconds ahead of the next guy." Wow. And that's not because I'm good, it's because my car's faster. Let's have a look, see what people are saying. if you relied on YouTube for your job, you'd be homeless. Well, same, yes. There was a time when I made a bit of money from YouTube. It contributed to my living costs, shall we say. I was making money off of my website and off of YouTube, and I got a regular income from it. I had considerably fewer subscribers back then than I have now, but I made more money then than I make now. The income from it is just like, I get a small amount every couple of months. It takes 2 months to pass the threshold, so yeah, couldn't. It'll buy a game every couple of months or something like that. The thing is, I mean, the number of subs you have, to some degree, it's an indicator of how well you're doing, but not necessarily. You can get loads and loads and loads of views to a video or a set of videos with hardly any subscribers. I see some channels who've got a lot less subscribers than me who get a lot more views. Maybe your channel isn't growing because we are the elite viewing force and the rest of YouTube wouldn't appreciate what your channel has on offer. That is pretty much exactly right, yes. It's very safe to say that I am not mainstream at all. Your mainstream gaming YouTube viewer wants production values and TV type presentation, and you don't get that here. This is just a hobbyist chatting with friends whilst playing badly, and that isn't mainstream, but there is a nice little niche, a nice little subset of good people who want to watch that kind of thing, and here you are, and I'm very glad to have you here. Live stream while you're fishing. Do you know, I used to think about doing that, except I never got back into going fishing, but I used to think it would be great to live stream that. I gave away all my fishing gear in the end. When I moved from Worksop to here, I knew I'd got so little space and I was so not likely to ever fish again, so I gave all my kit away, and I don't regret doing it, to be honest. I was never going to fish again. Elite viewing force. Yes. Should set up super chat. No, I'm not going to set up super chat. I thought about it. The thing about super chat is if someone makes a donation, so they get a whopping great big thing in the chat to make sure that you notice them, it's like there's an obligation there. You have to respond to that person because they gave you money. I don't like that. I don't want to feel obligated. It's like I've got Patreon, and I've always been really clear that people who contribute to Patreon, they get my gratitude, but they don't get any perks. They get their name at the end of the credit screen thing. And they get the knowledge that they contributed to a piece of kit that I bought and reviewed or whatever. With Super Chat, it's like there is this obligation, and I don't like that. There is a new thing coming out that YouTube are trialling at the moment. It's in beta, and I've forgotten what it's called, but it's kind of like... Super Chat is only in live chat. This thing they're bringing out is like Super Chat, but it's for videos. It's basically where you just tip. You tip the video maker. You click the thing and you give them a one-off donation. And there's no obligation. No people who do this get perks or special treatment or whatever. And I will use that when that comes out. Yeah, I think that's it's something I can get on board with. Yeah, I can see how making a video whilst fishing would get a little bit awkward. I used to do this thing when I went fishing for a while. I used to take a CB radio with me. It wasn't a handheld, it was a little Midland thing that it sat down horizontally, and you had the mic, and it had an aerial built in. It had a range of about 3 or 4 miles, and I used to sit and talk on the CB while I was fishing, and that was fun. COVID has really highlighted the downfall of capitalism. Yeah, I agree with that entirely. It has shown how inequality kills, basically. Nice to see quality comments being made and known. Yeah, that is one of the things I love about my audience. You lot are great. It's quality conversation. There was one person who was making silly comments recently who I blocked them. They'd been annoying me for several weeks. They were like over familiar and demanding and got on my nerves. And in the end, I told them, stop being creepy, and they didn't, so I blocked them. And I'm not afraid to wave the ban hammer if someone's being a dick. And they were. Hello, Malk. I don't get many on my live streams, to be fair. It's very rare. I am very pleased to be able to say I've got a great audience, and it's very, very rare that someone behaves badly. Right, bear with me. I've got to go to the loo. Being honest as ever, yeah. It's there. I'm going to turn the TV up so you can't. Oh yeah, Retro Gamer VX's sound. Different kind of trolling that, isn't it? Back in a minute. I've been fortunate in I've not lost anyone to COVID. I've known some people who've been ill, but I've not lost anyone, so I'm very thankful for that. Right. Or we're going to get another car. Ooh. I'm not fond of any of these cars. And that is that Japanese English? Did they mean stallion? But you know, with that weird Japanese pronunciation of English words. So is that a stallion? I think it might be. Yeah, I know what you mean, Simon, and it makes me mad when people say the pandemic is fake, it's fraud, it's not real, that all these people are just dying from flu. It infuriates me greatly. I've been having an ongoing on-off discussion with someone who I otherwise consider to be a friend, but their view I do not share and I find objectionable. It's anyone who says this pandemic is not real, I just think they are so wrong. It puts me in a bad mood. I hope they've got this car in red. Stallion. They have, that's good. Doesn't look good in grey. Yeah, it's very 80s. I like 80s cars. I like 80s Japanese cars.
Your next race occurs
There is
16 miles
an
north of
old
Italy, at the
Toyota Supra in Chesterfield, a proper 80s Supra, the square-shaped one, and it's gorgeous. I mean, there's the more modern curvy Supra from, I guess it's the 90s. More powerful, faster cars and everything, but that 80s one is just so much prettier. Oh, I didn't know that, Malk. That makes sense. It's less silly than thinking it was a mispronunciation of stallion. Yeah, that would have been not good. Yeah, scanning for videos. I'm with you right there. I see those stickers and they really, really piss me off. The people who put them there, they totally believe it. I mean, they're activists and they're trying to put their point of view across because they think we're all being brainwashed and lied to. Shows they have conviction in their beliefs, which I respect that. I just think they're wrong, and that they're wrong about a thing that will cost people their lives, and that's not good. I need more paracetamol. I don't know how long I can keep going because I've got a headache and I'm hungry, but I am enjoying myself as well. It's one of those situations where gaming is not necessarily in your best interest, but yeah, I know what you mean, Simon. I think the thing is, they don't realise that it's harming people. I have got a light on. It's causing me difficulty because the TV's over there and the screen's over here and my eyesight. I need reading glasses to read this, but then with the reading glasses I can't see that. And I've got bifocals in these, but I need the screen closer. I have to do that. I can't get a comfortable balance between the two. So I have to switch glasses. I'm hungry, which isn't helping. Just waiting for me. There's soluble paracetamol. And I didn't want to do that. Swirling it around and it just sloshed on the floor. That wasn't clever. Just wait for that to dissolve before I start. God. Need to get me a YouTube lackey? No. Producer and editor and all of that? No. No. I don't play well with others. Drinking problem. Yeah, I remember. I have seen that. He sloshes it all down his face. Yeah. Right. Oh, to read the copy? No. No. Well, saying that, yes, someone in a live stream, yes, someone who could read them out to me while that would be good. Yes. I see what you mean now. Not in comments on videos where it's pre-recorded, because I reply to them personally, but yes, to read them out to me while I stream, that would be good. I wonder how well, who could I get to do that? I still got no idea where we're racing. Oh, God. That was a bit of a bump. I've trashed his Seat. Are they all... Whoops. Oh, God. Okay, that's not going so well. Ooh, at least I'm not the only one. I like that. I do like a racing game where the other drivers can get it wrong. Oops. Still don't know where we are. Don't recognise this circuit. Actually, no, the one I'm thinking of is in Japan, and this doesn't look like Japan. This looks like Northamptonshire. Looks like the landscape looks like somewhere near Toaster. Oh, look at that! He's worse than me. Wow, what was he doing? God. Something about this actually is making me think Toaster Racecourse. I think that place closed down, but I used to live really, really, really near to Toaster Racecourse when I was a kid. You had the racecourse, then you had the A5 Watling Street, and then the next street back from there was the street I lived on. never actually went to a race, but my sister had a friend in school whose dad was the chef of Lord Hesketh, whose big stately home was round the other side of the racecourse. I think he owned the racecourse. Easton Nesson, his stately home was, and so as a kid I spent an amount of time in Easton Nesson, and I did see James Hunt there because at that time he was driving Formula One cars for Lord Hesketh, and I, playing there, used to be able to go into like the service corridors. Didn't get to go very often. I may have met Lord Hesketh, without even knowing it, because I do remember being out in the fancy gardens and whatnot with my mum and my sister and brother and Lord Hesketh's chef and some other bloke who I didn't know who he was, and a helicopter landed like right in front of us, and me thinking, wow, that's really cool. I didn't know who any of these people were, or why. It didn't seem unusual to me that a helicopter was landing right in front of us. But I suspect one of those people must have been Lord Hesketh. Unless it was him getting out of the helicopter, I've got no idea. I was more bothered and pissed off by the fact that I wanted to play with this toy or whatever, bike, something. I'd been told, yeah, I could play on that, and so-and-so, whoever, wouldn't let me play on it, and I was annoyed. Never mind the helicopter, I wanted to ride that bike or something. I was a petulant little child, but that's Asperger's for you. Love how I have Dymo labels from the 80s and the sticky stuff is still good. Yeah, do they make those things anymore? They'd be quite good in here actually. Stick them on various boxes and things. State of my Punto. Wow, you can tell I've been running in at the back to cars. I must admit, it does have a good damage model on this game. The scuffing of the paintwork is impressive. I'm enjoying this. For all that I'm like a Gran Turismo diehard player, fanboy if you like, I'm enjoying playing this. It does lend itself to live streaming really well in a way that Gran Turismo maybe wouldn't. I don't know that I would play this outside of a live stream. Maybe. Yeah, it's good. Because it makes all the choices. I'm not having to decide where are we going to go now. It just says, right, this is where we're going. It's quite good. Oh, got to stand up. Legs going to sleep. Yeah. That's funny. I got to see myself just getting up. Just as I sit down, I see myself stand up. Yay for lag. Okay then. Where are we going next? Yeah, I can see actually how streaming while you put electronic stuff together, that would lend itself well, because you can like do a little bit and then look at the screen and talk to people and do a bit more and talk to people. Actually playing a racing game for live streaming and talking to people while you play is not ideal because you can't really take your eyes off the screen. So I can only pause and talk in between races. Where if you're soldering and putting things together and whatnot, if you're doing that right next to your monitor, that would lend itself quite well. Getting your camera in exactly the right spot would be the trick. Or if you've got multiple cameras, actually, you could really you could quite go to town with that. I don't know how many video inputs you can have going on an OBS setup like this. I mean, all I've got here is the webcam built into the laptop and one HDMI capture plugged into me camera that's like just there. Wow, I'm lagging. I'm thinking I'm looking at the OBS screen, but I'm not. Duh. I'm looking at my YouTube screen. Yeah, I can see how that would be good though. I've not tried it. I don't know if you'd need to use like different types, different models or whatever. This thing just, it recognizes this video capture as USB capture device or something or other like that, or just USB device. I don't know if I plugged one exactly the same in what it would do. I was just chuffed to find one that is like, it was dirt cheap. This thing cost about 12 quid, I think, 12, 14 pounds. I've not had lots of luck with composite capture. I've got a composite capture device and it's not great. I've plugged various different things into it and very often it just doesn't work. Where this thing, the only problem I've had with this was because I had a duff HDMI cable. I have plugged, I plugged something, I plugged my RG351M into it because I activated the HDMI output on that, plugged that into this. Actually, first of all, I plugged it into my telly and it didn't work, which was really annoying because I thought, well, I'll use that for a stream. Multiple emulators on board. I'll plug that into my telly and point the camera at the telly, and it didn't work. The TV just didn't want to know. And then I thought, well, let's see if the HDMI output on that is even working. Plugged it into this capture device and it worked. And I did think about doing a stream that way, but there's just a little bit of lag between inputs on the handheld and it appearing on my laptop screen. So yeah, in the end I thought, not going to do that. It's just not authentic enough anyway. I do try and avoid using emulators. Certainly never use emulators for making videos unless it's like MAME. But for live streams, haven't yet. Might break my own rule where live streams are concerned. Anyway, moving on. Let's play some more. Or are we going to get another car? What do we get this time? I kind of get the feeling when I'm getting all of these new cars, I should be using the new cars to go into the races, but oh god. I don't know about that. Well, since I've got one Mustang already, got to be red, hasn't it? Yeah. What's it look like in pink? Come on, give us another view. Yeah, no. Red it is. Not a fan of that car. Yeah. American muscle cars, most of them.
To Dunsfold, England, for another event on the illustrious Top Gear track.
Uh-oh. Oh, not this again. Do not want. Bloody Skittles. I ain't gonna beat the target score. You get you can change the colours of the cars. There was yellow there, but bleh. But they don't. I don't like these challenges. Friday talkie, you know, sooner or later I will do a talkie stream where there won't, I mean, I've done it before and they are fun to do, where literally it's just, I just sit and talk. Only I won't necessarily have a topic to talk about. I'll just sit and talk to you guys, like forget the gameplay, just sit and chat. They're really fun to do. And I will do one of those again. I say one, I will do some of those. They will be a thing, just live talkie. You give me something to talk about and I'll sit and talk about it and we'll just have a conversation together. And that is the thing about doing a live stream. It is a conversation. The Friday talkie was like a monologue where with it being live we can have a dialogue. I'm rubbish at these. There are yellow Skittles. I wonder if they're worth more. I don't know. I can't seem to hit them because they're at the edges and I don't know. Oh, that's not good. Oops, I don't want to go that way. Let's try and hit the yellow ones. Are they? I don't know. I'm no way going to hit the target. Oh dear. I don't even know where. Because the circuit is the kind of thing that it is. That was poor. Oops. That was no good. Oh, I suck. Where's the next lot? Where's the circuit go? I don't know. Oops. I'm going to miss all of these. Oh, that's crap. But this is not what I want in a racing game. This is not. I don't like this. That was appalling. I think that's what put me off the last time I played this game a little bit. I got to that and I was like, this is rubbish. Yeah. Scanning for videos, totally. The narrator and the Skittles, they can get stuff. Poke the bear. Yeah. There is a potential for trolling a little bit, or for trying to get a reaction, but I know how to handle all of that. Gran Turismo coffee breaks. I don't even remember, actually. That rings a vague bell. God, it's a while since I played a proper Gran Turismo game. Like, sport isn't. Yeah. It is good that you're not obligated to pass, because I would have no chance. I think the thing is, the first time I played it, I didn't realise that it didn't matter if you didn't pass. So I just kept trying and trying and trying and failing and failing and failing, and I just gave up and turned it off. I thought, if that's what it is, I don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, I would rather they not have this. It's not what I look for in a game. Very old. Yes, totally. New badge unlocked, didn't get to read it, missed it, whatever, don't care. That made a nice noise. How long have we been going? 2 hours. Cool. Hungry. Someone bring me food. Hit a bunch of cones in a certain amount of time. Big area, not as... I vaguely remember that. Yeah. You know, I hadn't... It hadn't occurred to me that I have options here and I didn't have to always go with the first thing. We'll go with that. I don't know what it is. What are we doing? For all Class C cars. You've just had fish and chips. Well, hungry. Damn it. Actually, I'm kind of finicky with fish. It's like if there's bones in it, I can't handle fish with bones in it. But if it's been deboned properly, I do like fish. Though it can also give me indigestion as well. It's my digestive system's just... Oh, look. Just making me more hungry. Damn it. Oh, that cut. And I'm in a Punto racing these things. Okay, then. I'm fine with that. I'd rather be in this than one of them. I mean, look at that. That's bloody ridiculous. Do not like these kind of cars. Much rather stay in my Punto. Thank you very much. Actually, whoops. This is not going so well. I'm last. What? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do either. I forgot we've got rewind. I was going for a different view. I wasn't trying to rewind. Well, rewinding didn't make any difference. So, can't be accused of cheating. I'm still last. Get off! Oops. I imagine the guy who punted me off was probably someone who I'd run into and was getting his revenge. I think I just ran wide, didn't I, and got punted. Can't remember. Memory. I had one once. I don't remember what it was like. Wow. There is that high contrast thing going on here where it's kind of hard to see. It's all a little bit too bright. I don't know why they've done it that way. Though, to be fair, sometimes the real world gets a bit like that. Driving in the evening when the sun's low in the sky. And you're getting dazzled and you've got to put your sun visor things down. Ooh. Hello, someone's cracked their some. Third, I don't know. Ooh. Oh dear, oh dear, oh bollocks. Whoops. I was going to say third is not too bad, but now I'm fourth. I don't know if I can get back up to third. Certainly not going to do any better than third. Ooh. Get off. Oh crap. Not a fan of this circuit. Just because I suck on it. Well, I don't know it, and I can't see the corners until it's too late. You can go away. You're not coming by me. Yeah. Third. I'll take it. Rice pudding, tapioca pudding and semolina. There you go, Steve the I do like rice pudding. I've never had tapioca or semolina. I don't know what they're like. Yeah, enjoy my food all the more after the stream. Yeah, I will. I'm going to have to stop fairly soon because I'm really hungry. Taking paracetamol does that for some reason, partly because it's got caffeine in it. Burnout is responsible for the way I play races. Just ram every... Yeah, I've got some of the Burnout games. I've got Burnout Paradise for the PS3, but I haven't currently got a PS3, and I actually never really grasped what Burnout Paradise was all about. I think my favourite one that I played was Burnout Takedown, I think. I've got Burnout Takedown. I've got, I think, 2 other Burnout games that I haven't played yet. I should. Absolutely love the classic muscle cars. Completely impractical today. Richard definitely has them in my garage. It's probably where they'd stay 99% of the time. Yeah, I don't get muscle cars at all. I don't understand them. But I do like the Mustang. But that's like Steve McQueen, isn't it? Bullet. That's something to... I can relate to it. The film. And it gives me something to connect the car to. Not a fan of chip chop chips. They always look anemic and always go to mush. Like my chips with a bit of colour to them. I think it depends on the chip shop. Some have really good chips and some don't. Some have like the crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside thing, and they're nice. And some, they're soggy and fat saturated and not good, and some are just a bit bleh. Totally depends on the chippy. There is actually a Chinese takeaway in Chesterfield that I look at the chips and they're kind of a little bit on the oily side, and to look at, I think if I eat them I'm going to get indigestion, but I eat them anyway and I don't get indigestion, and that surprises me. I think that they should make me ill, and they don't, and they're quite nice. The nicest chips I've ever had actually were there was a Chinese it wasn't a Chinese. There was a chip shop in Newport Pagnell, Golden Fry Fish Bar it was called, I think. It was on the corner right next to Mead Speed Motorbike shop. Now we're going back to the 80s here, and they did the best chips I've ever had. I really did like them. They're all abuses of the term pudding in my book. What? Oh, was that like semolina and all of that? Yeah. Just add cheese on toast. I've got some potato waffles, and I only just discovered you can cook them in a toaster. I might just do that, and then chuck some Dairy Lee slices on top of them, and let that melt. Semolina is a few syllables too close to salmonella for my life. You know what? Yeah, I agree. That's a bit too similar. Like McDonald's chips. They don't do chips. They do French fries, and they're just too thin, and it's like eating potato matchsticks with too much salt. Project Gotham 3 on 360. I have played Project Gotham's 1 and 2 on the original Xbox, and was reasonably entertained by it, but it's got that kudos thing going on with it that I really don't like. Toaster waffles are the best. Now, are you thinking of the same kind of waffles I'm thinking of? Because I'm talking about potato waffles, not the weird American waffles that I don't know what they are, but they give me indigestion. Yeah, this is potato waffles, but in a toaster. I don't know if it's good for the toaster or not. I imagine it could get a bit greasy in there. Had a friend spill an entire cup of McDonald's hot chocolate all over his lap. Oh God. Now that's gonna hurt. That is one of the things actually that I look forward to. When lockdown ends, I want to go to McDonald's. But McDonald's have gone for this annoying screen ordering system. You place your order on a touch screen. I don't want to do that. I want to stand in a queue and then order face to face at a counter and have them give me my order. I don't want to order it on a screen because they've done swab tests on those screens and the bacteria on them is just appalling. I don't want to have to figure out the ordering system and how it works and put my bloody debit card into it and all of that. I want to stand in front of someone and say, give me that. Yes, exactly. Total germ fest. Right, okay, we're going to have one more race and then I'm going to stop because I'm starving. I knew you meant germ, though I was thinking a Grenfest sounds quite novel. But yeah, I want to go to McDonald's when lockdown's finished. Continue. Are we going to race some proper cars now? None of this big wallowing whale on wheels nonsense. Or are we going to get another car? What are they going to give us now? I hope it's a proper car. Like something I'd actually want to drive. Give me a Ferrari, please. Oh, come on. I don't want any of this nonsense. Yuck. Yuck. I don't like any of these. I'm going to go with that. It looks a little bit like the General Lee. Yeah, it kind of does. I don't think it is. I'm not sure. Was the General Lee a Dodge Charger? Yeah. Okay, scanning for videos. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you. There will be more streams in the future. Hope to see you then. Yeah. General Lee was... I'm not into Dodge cars, and I wouldn't generally give a damn about the Dodge Charger, but the General Lee was cool, and Okay, that's not red, but I'm going with that orange because it just looks right. But I don't think that's what we're going to be driving. It's probably what it would have me drive at the next race, but I'm not gonna. I'm still gonna.
Infineon Raceway, a challenging road course
Infineon.
located just north
I know
of
that
San
one.
Francisco in the Sonoma Valley.
Yeah, I know this one. I will be terrible because it's in Gran Turismo. I guess I'm going to be racing against more muscle cars, but I'm still going to be in my Fiat. Nothing like an evenly matched race in comparable equipment. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's the thing. It's like the striped tomato in Starsky and Hutch. Iconic car. But the reality of that model of car is they're bloody awful. Yeah, I know this circuit. I'm no good on it. I won't be any good here, but at least they're driving proper cars here, relatively speaking. Oh, he's still having a bit of a... I can't think of the word. Get out of my way. Whoa. Oopsie. Ooh, that nearly didn't go well. I suppose that is one of the pluses of having racing games depict real world tracks. You can play a racing game from a different franchise and still know your way around the circuit. And I guess I don't know if it's Gran Turismo 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 that I know this circuit from. Maybe all of them. I don't think it's on 3. But, well, it looks pretty similar on here. More detailed, actually, than what I'm used to, I think. Definitely more track texture, especially with the tyre marks. But I know my way around it well enough to be able to race on it adequately. I keep getting distracted by my own shadow. That's kind of weird. Or my own car's shadow. Oh, where am I going? I don't know. Got a bit of trouble seeing where the track's going. Whoops! Yeah. I wonder what would have happened if I'd have carried on down that other bit. That wasn't right. Braking when I didn't need to. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. When you've got a circuit where there are different layouts of the same circuit, and you see the tyre marks say go off to the left down a little exit or whatever, and I'm braking because of those tyre marks when actually that's not where we're going. Yeah, we definitely don't have the roads for muscle cars. That is actually making me think of a thing. Some of you will be familiar with my friend Pebble, who she's in the UK, but she's American, and she drives a whopping great big pickup when she's in America, and I do believe she's having it imported to the UK, and it will be very interesting to see how that thing copes with British roads, because it's like a country road in America is like a British motorway. So I don't think that thing will fit on half the roads in the UK. That'll be interesting. I don't even know what an Oldsmobile Cutlass looks like. They don't exist over here. Probably one or two have been brought over by enthusiasts, but to your typical British driver, it's like, I don't know what that is. Thank you, Simon. I will politely decline. I don't play well with others. Live streams. It's that not knowing what the other person's going to say. I can all of a sudden feel very awkward very, very quickly and just not know what to say. So I don't. When I stream alone. I don't bring other people onto my streams, and I don't go onto other people's streams just because I can feel awkward too easily. Stig is dry. Yeah, I haven't actually seen. I'm looking now. Yeah. Well, it's certainly the white suit. White helmet. Ha. Okay, I am going to call it a day there because I'm absolutely bloody starving, and I'm going to eat potato waffles out. I'm going to stick some in my toaster. Yeah. And I'm probably actually going to continue playing this because it's really good. But need food, and I'm getting a sore throat, and I'm going to lose my voice if I carry on. So I will say thank you all very much for joining. It has been fun. Streaming is definitely going to be a regular thing. While I'm on holiday, I'm recording more videos. I'm trying to build up a batch. I haven't got lots, but I'm going to record some more, so I should be able to do some regular videos. But streaming, definitely a regular thing. It's very enjoyable. Right, thank you all for joining. And now I've got to work out how to stop, because I'm still not used to OBS. I suppose I could just close it. Here we go, stop streaming.